Hey guys, let's get more news from Miami Heat, but first don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. What the Heat will look like without Damian Lillard. Star guard Damian Lillard landing with the Heat, his preferred destination as he requests out of Portland, still appears to be the most likely outcome at some point this summer, even as the situation now drags on into its second month. But for all the expectations and tea leaves that make it seem like a mere matter of time for him to land with Miami, it's fair to wonder what the defending Eastern Conference champs would look like should Lillard somehow end up elsewhere come the start of the 2023-24 season. There's the question of how key players who have been the focus of constant trade rumors, Tyler Herro and Kyle Lowry, would perform after having their names floated all summer. It's been widely reported that a third trade partner would almost certainly be necessary to facilitate a Lillard deal between Miami and Portland. Lowry lifted his play in the postseason, in which the number 8 seed Heat advanced all the way to the NBA Finals. But aside from being 37 years old to start this coming campaign, Lowry also had his worst regular season efficiency since the 2014-15 season this past year. We should expect the Eric Spoelstra coach team to have a solid defense the way it just about always does, even while using zone far more often than any other club. But it's obviously worth pointing out that a couple of key players in Miami's system, Max Strus and Gabe Vincent, are now members of the Cavaliers and Lakers, respectively, after being on the free agency carousel. Aside from knowing and perfectly fitting the Heat system, they were 3-and-D players who never invited the question of how committed they were to toughness and defense. The Miami organization gets endless credit for internal player development. The Heat had 7 undrafted players on its NBA Finals roster, yet it's far from a given that Josh Richardson or Jamie Jaquez Jr. can merely step in and replace the production. That said, Miami as an organization is at least familiar with Richardson, who began his career with the team. Perhaps the biggest thing to watch should the Heat not land Lillard, it would potentially mean another year of depending on Jimmy Butler, who turns 34 next month and slowed down quite a bit as the playoffs wore on after sustaining an ankle injury in the second round against the Knicks. And you fan, what do you think of the Damian Lillard situation? Leave your opinion in the comments.